year. Now, on the 8th of Av, Chet today happens to be tonight. It happens to be the Hilula of Rabbi Baruch Kalumity Z'tl. He actually passed away 200 years ago, back in the year 1825. He was a great rabbi of his time. He was a Rosh Yeshiva. He was a posek, a great rabbi that would render various different halachic Torah law decisions, and the author of various different great Torah works, including the Dרכים. Let's explore a few of the highlights of the great rabbi's life. Now, he was born, his father was Rab Yakar, very great rabbi. Now, it's actually interesting. His grandfather was another famous rabbi we've spoken about on various occasions before, Rab Yaakov ben Naim. He happens to have been a head of Jewish court, a Rosh Metivta in Izmir, and one of the great rabbis during the 17th century. Another one, I believe, of his, I think, great-grandfather was Rabbi Aaron ben Yitzchak LaPapa, who was one of the great rabbis of Turkey, also in the 17th century. And I think he had a connection, a family connection also, if I'm not mistaken, through marriage. I think he had his uncle maybe was Rabbi Yehuda Al-Ghazi, if I'm not mistaken, and there was family connection through marriage with Rabbi Yitzchak El-Bali, Rabbi Yaakov El-Bali, respectively. Now, he would study Torah under auspices of various great rabbis in the vicinity. Remember, Turkey at that stage in time was a bastion area of Torah flourishing, including he would learn under auspices of Rabbi Yitzchak ben Moshe Nonis, who was a very great rabbi of Izmir, the author of the Shara Melech, also Rabbi Yitzchak Mayo, another great posek halacha, rabbi of a great congregation in Izmir, and the author of various great Torah works and halacha and Jewish law. I think the Shar Shei Hayam, if I'm not mistaken, who also learned Torah under a famous chief rabbi of Jerusalem, Rabbi Yosef Raphael Chazan, who was a great rabbi, one of the great rabbis of Izmir, who would eventually become a rabbi in both Hebron and Jerusalem, two of the four holy cities of Israel, respectively. He, I think, was the author of the Chakrei Lev book. He would be appointed the Rosh Yeshiva of Yeshivat Bet Halevi in Izmir. And that's actually interesting. Rabbi Chaim Palachi will actually speak about him on various occasions, about his meticulous within regards to various different mitzvot in Torah, and his greatness when it came to especially Avat Yisrael. Now, he passed away, I believe, on Chet Av 200 years ago. And I think at that point in time, the head rabbi in Izmir was a great rabbi named Rabbi Raphael Ashkenazi. I think Rav Ashkenazi passed away a few months after he passed away, I think on the 27th of Cheshvan. But he was really a great rabbi of his time. Now, he was Rosh Yeshiva, as we said before, and had many outstanding students, among the students included Rabbi Yitzchak Navarro, who was the author of the Pnei Mavin and or Lev Mavin, various different books. Also, he was a judge. Also, his student was in Turkey, in Izmir, and great Torah author. Another one of his students was Rabbi Nisim Chaim Moshe Modai. He was the author of various different the Drisha Mechayim, and he was Atar Adoni Omori, respectively. That was, I think, his nickname. Another great rabbi who was his student was Rabbi Aryeh HaKohen Aryesh, who was a dayan, a judge, a rabbi, a payatan in Izmir, the author of the Siftei Rananot, very, very great book. Rabbi Arayish, I believe, I'm not sure, I think he passed away himself in the year 1839. He was a great rabbi of his time, a famous actual Chazan. Rabbi Yitzchak Elgaron Tan Nati, I believe we also recorded a video on him. He was the author of the Chachma Ma'ayan book, and another rabbi, outstanding darshan in Izmir, and outstanding rabbi. He actually passed away quite significantly afterwards, I think in the year 1877. He was author of various different great books, and much can be spoken about him. I think he lived at the time period where Rabbi Abraham Pelagic had a connection with him. Another great rabbi, Rabbi Elia Halevi, and Rabbi Moshe Carmono, various different great rabbis. I think among his Torah colossal works included the Drachim, that was printed in Saloniki, in the Kaf Kuf Ayin Dalet. I think Derech Geber, which is Drushim Nusuim on various different subjects. Derech Hamet, the Hespedim eulogies. Derech Chochmah, which was on Talmudei Chachamim. Derech Shalom, it was a Sheilot Shuvot question answers book, and I think it was based on Orach Chaim respectively, and very much connected to the teachings of Rabbi Yaakov ben Naim, who mentioned about before, and Rabbi Aaron LaPapa. And I think he would write writings on Bereshit, Book of Bereshit, Shemot, Tehillim, the Sefer Eov, and Pirkei Avot, the Ethics of the Fathers, respectively. So he was very, very much a great rabbi of his time. We can add on a few more informations about him. He was, just to add on more about his greatness, he, as we said before, he was grandson of Rabbi Yitzchak LaPapa. Rabbi Yitzchak LaPapa, I think, was the author of the Bnei Aaron book, And really, Rabbi Kalumity would actually grow up and be imbued in Torah with Yirat Shamayim and love of great sharpness learning, on an outstanding level. He was known as an expert Talmud, let's just say an outstanding Talmud in of his day. Yeshivat Bet Levi hopefully will maybe record a separate video exploring the history with regards to this great Torah academy. And he really had some great students. Rabbi Chaim Raji also would mention him in the Ganzei Chaim book and Sefer Nefesh Chaim book, respectively. And I think the Drachim book, if I'm not mistaken, was actually printed in the year 1814 in Saloniki. That was. And he passed away 200 years ago, here from time recording. Let's explore a few of the highlights from his book, a few tidbits which Hayomi website will give over, which I recommend everyone to read. Melamed Nashim Tzadkaniyot Yodaot Sheba'im Beit HaMidrash Ve'en Bi'adam Klum. This is, I think, coming from page number 22 on Amud Bet. Another teaching, Melamed She'im Nokam Ve'notar Chavero Poga B'Tzelem Hashem. Really different, important teachings and ethical teachings. So that's featured very much in page number 70. Another teaching, this is from Avak Drachim from page number 4 over there. And another teaching is Melamed Ligmor Chesed Ima Be'et Aspeda B'Sha'a Beit HaKnesset. Very much is featured, I believe, in page number 18, Amud Bet, over there. And this is printed, I think, in the year 1814 in Saloniki, respectively. So it's a great book of its time, respectively. Very, very great rabbi. I reckon everyone to look over. And we try and explore various different biography videos of great Chachamim of yesteryear, especially from Turkey. We've spoken probably about at least maybe 125 rabbis from that specific area, respectively. And remember, Turkey was a bastion place of yesteryear within regards to Torah and Talmud learning, and was the main center in the world, especially during the 1700s and large parts of the 1800s, respectively. So please, everyone, if you want to watch more and tidbits on great Rabbanim, just a few highlights, there's so much we can say within regards to the great rabbis. Please subscribe to the channel. We try and do as much information as we do, especially at the time period of the Hilul of the great Chachamim. So I'd recommend everyone to look over the channel and more information about them. If you descend from any of the great rabbis we're speaking about, friends, please send me an email. I would love to hear more information on the great rabbis that we are speaking about. If you descend from any great rabbis, please let me know. And if anyone is interested in watching any of these video content that we are doing, please share these videos also to other people, respectively. And we also do tours all over Israel. We we speak about Parshat Shavua and the Hebrew month whenever it comes. And we have a different great Jewish or Torah or rabbinic personality to show over some wisdom for Am Yisrael, to really, really inspire and give over some of their brilliance that they actually have and share. Really great importances in of itself. So on that note, I wish you all Shabbat Shalom. We're in the Mishnah Torah. We are coming into the book of Devarim this week. So wishing you all a good Shabbat. And Motzei Shabbat this week is Tisha B'Av, the 9th of Av, the most solemn day of the year. Let's hope there'll be the rebuilding of the third Bet Mikdash. We're mourning the destruction of the two Bet Mikdashes. There was first and second Bet Mikdash. We'll say kinot on Tisha B'Av. But let's hope this all be in theory, and let's hope we're going to see the rebuilding of the third Bet Mikdash now, and just blessings, not just from Israel, but all for all of the world, and just tranquility and goodness and the belief of God every one of the year. All the world is going to believe, and B'ez Hashem, we'll see Harbe Mitzvot just all over and good things. So wishing you all a Shabbat Shalom. Thank you for watching, and have a